Hello everyone and welcome back to this week's video. Absolute Amma here, and we're in the last stretch of Inktober, guys. Are you guys still kicking it? Are you still going strong, or have you decided to give yourself a long needed break? Holy cow, it's pretty much been a whole month of non-stop drawing and inking. It's insane. Definitely give you guys credit for attempting this, for getting this far. Really be proud of you guys. I know quite a lot of you guys have messaged me being very down about not being able to complete this year's Inktober, and honestly, don't do that to yourself. There's no reason to apologize. There's no reason to feel bad at all. This is a very, very hard challenge that takes a lot out of the mental, emotional, physical state of a person's well-being. Most people don't normally draw every single day, and especially to be able to post something every single day takes a lot too. It's a lot of stress to try and find something and perfect it and, show it to the world. So definitely give you guys credit, even if you are only to last a few days or a few weeks or up to now. Shoot, last week was probably the hardest week for me. I ran out of sketches and I ran out of ideas, and I was so exhausted, and I had errands that I needed to run, and I started stressing that I wasn't going to be able to do Inktober. I wasn't going to be able to finish it, and I felt but I pushed through it. It was really hard, but I pushed through it because I feel like, this is my prompt. I gotta represent my crew and all this pressure and stuff. But so I pushed through it. I managed to do it. I'm here. I did miss last week's video. I apologize for that, but I just was not able to make a YouTube video in that current state. It was just not healthy for me. I had to pick and choose my battles and decided it was better to just work on Inktober exclusively. Don't worry about anything else. And now it's like practically the last week of October, and I'm scrambling with that because I was so focused with Inktober. So this week has been very hectic for me, trying to get Patreon postcards out, trying to send out orders, trying to work on more Inktober stuff, and also a new set of responsibilities just creeped up on me. There's some pros and cons to it. But in case you didn't hear on my Instagram stories, I finally managed to snag a gallery showing that will happen for the month of December. So that means next month, November, I will be pump and iron and getting as many paintings as I can created, framed, and up in that damn gallery. As you guys probably have heard me complain about, throughout this whole year, I have been contacting galleries left and right and have had no luck whatsoever. And it has been exhausting, just mentally draining, especially because I was letting it get to me pretty much that, my work isn't worthy enough when I know it has nothing to do with that. I still do need to grow, but I know it has nothing to do with that. It's all about who you know, your status on social media, and your experience in gallery showings. And as someone who has quite a small following, it's kind of hard to get out there, especially with not a lot of experience. I've only had one other gallery showing, and that's not enough in the gallery realm. I kind of think of it as like a credit card. They don't give you a credit card unless you have credit, but how do you get credit when you don't have a credit card? I don't know. Or like jobs. I mean, you can just place that in any area. So for this week's video, I am working on the word sisters. So when I first created this word for the prompt, I immediately imagined two girls maybe holding hands, touching hands, leaning on each other, something really innocent and cute and graceful. And you know, when I went to go do this word, none of those things were working out for me at all. As usual, I was trying to challenge myself and figure out new things to do, things that I haven't done. And yeah, so those things that were listed were ideas that I've previously used in quite a few different paintings, but I stumbled across this specific photograph of May from In Front of Apple. You may know her on Instagram or on YouTube. She's this adorable girl who is amazing at makeup and hair, and she posts the coolest like look of the days, or what are those called, lookbooks. I absolutely love her. I've been a huge fan of her for a long time, but she recently posted up this picture of her sitting, or her laying her head on a mirror, and then there was a reflection of her head in the mirror, and it just looked so graceful and pretty, and I was like, oh my god, this is it. This has to be used for the prompt. It has to. So I went in and used May for this piece, and I like it. It's definitely rushed. The sketch was rough. Wow, I can't talk today. The sketch was rushed, very rushed. I wish I could have spent more time working out her face to make her actually look like her instead of a very cartoony kind of look. But you know, I decided for this last stretch of Inktober that I was not going to be a perfectionist for myself, because that's how I will fail. I will fail. If I'm hard on myself right now in this fragile state, I will fail. And I don't want that to happen. I want to see this through because I've already pushed this far. There's no reason for me to quit. So I'm doing it, and when that is in mind, I'm going to create things that are not very pretty or aren't the best, or maybe the line work is scratchy and rushed and stuff, and I'm gonna go with it, because overall this Inktober has probably been my most successful Inktober so far. I've only ever done 2 other years, and I really think this Inktober was the best year. I have a couple, I think maybe four sketches or drawings that I've done that I've absolutely fallen in love with, and those actually you can buy the prints of them up in my shop. I have them listed up in there because there was quite a few requests of prints for Inktober pieces, so I just threw up some of my most favorited Inktober pieces, and they're relatively inexpensive because it's just, you know, printed based off of an ink drawing instead of a ton of vibrant colors like my normal watercolor or gouache paintings would be. Yeah, so you can snag those. But yeah, I have quite a few in there, and I'm really happy that I actually have some solid pieces that I've fallen in love with. So I'm just gonna see Inktober through. If it turns out great, it turns out great. If not, I don't care. I have a lot of other things on my mind. I'm going to, you know, throw something down, call it good, move on. There's always another day within this. So that's where I'm at, and there are those said pieces. I'm gonna actually be pulling them out of the sketchbook and hanging them up for December's gallery showing, because they're pretty solid and they fall into the realm of the theme that I plan on going for the show. So that works out perfectly. The more the better. But yeah, don't beat yourself up with Inktober. I know it's been rough on a lot of people, and a lot of people didn't want to quit, but they have duties with their jobs, or they have kids, or they're stressed out, and it's okay. It's totally okay. It's not a win or loser kind of thing. It's just, you know, you're trying to practice every day to improve your skills, and that's the whole point of it, is to just improve. It's all good. Also, since we're on a little update, the shop, so there is Inktober prints up, but I also have a radish baby sticker that is up. If you have seen on my Instagram stories, probably last week, I posted about working on radish baby stickers and freaking out about them. Like, I had a freaking crisis for birthing such a cute creation. Those stickers are now up and available in my shop. I'm really excited for them. They're so freaking cute. I'm also going to have them, as well as the other stickers and prints, up in my gallery showing for the month of December. So if you happen to be in town, definitely stop by the Naked Lounge and snag yourself some prints and stickers. Maybe look at my stuff up close. And oh, I don't think I even talked about the gallery showing itself. So for the month of December, I am having a gallery showing. It will be in the Naked Lounge here in Chico, California. I will be having a opening reception night where I will be there to talk about my art and hang out and whatnot. That will be at 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. around there. There's not an exact time frame. He said I can use all of it or just an hour. It doesn't matter. So there will be prints there. I will be there. If you are in Chico, definitely stop by. I want to see you. I want to say hi to you. Take some pictures. I love selfies and stuff. Yeah, I'm really pumped about this gallery showing. For the month of November, I'm going to be pumping lots of paintings out. I'm going to go through some of my stuff that I created for this year and see what are ones that I like and if they fit the theme. I'm still working out the theme, but I'm hanging on to the word euphoria. It seems to be a running theme for me, and it kind of encompasses both the Astro Babe universe as well as the magical realm of the Astro Babe universe, and I feel like it's solid. So I might be sticking with it, I might be changing it. Do you guys have any names that you would suggest for a gallery showing that is based off of the Astro Babe world or magic or anything like that? Definitely leave a comment down below and suggest it. I love hearing your guys' thoughts about, you know, names for paintings or stuff like that. It's always really fun to talk to you guys about it. What else? Oh yes, guys. So earlier this week, I managed to hit 15,000 followers. Like, where the heck did this come from? We did it. Like, we managed to get there. I don't even know how this happened. Where are these people coming from? It was like just last month we hit 10k and now it's 15k, and I'm kind of shocked. I don't really know how to take it. So if you are new to this channel or you're new to my Instagram, thank you so much for your support and wanting to hang in tight while I, you know, go on this journey of arting and creating stuff. That's really cool. And if you have stuck with me since the beginning of time, which some of you guys have actually reached out to me and let me know that you have, I think that that's so awesome and so pure, and I'm really grateful of your guys' support for hanging out when I had like 100 followers all the way till now. It's really crazy. I don't want to give up. I feel like I have a weight on me. I have you guys on me keeping me in shape, keeping me going, making me push through a lot. So I want to thank you guys for that. It means a lot. So back to this drawing. I like the way it turned out. Like I said earlier, it was rushed, but it's not bad. I was kind of like, I didn't know what to do with the background, and it was like, it is a bit too plain for me, but I also feel like the focal point is and should be on her. Also, since they're sisters, I didn't want them to look exactly the same. Like, I guess they could have been identical sisters, but I kind of wanted to have this feeling like there was some sort of connection through this mirror. Like, one of the girls looked into this mirror and saw a completely different girl, but knew somehow that they were connected, and the girl from the other side also experienced that in that moment. So that's like, this picture is kind of capturing that feeling. So the girl in the mirror, I reworked like her eye shape, her lips, her nose, even bits of her hair and stuff to make it slightly different looking than the main girl. And I like it. It's not exactly one of my solid pieces, but I'm not disappointed in how it turned out, so I can't complain. Plus, it was definitely rushed. But this piece took about 28 minutes. I had to trim some areas within this video just to make it kind of flow a little bit, but it took about 28 minutes to ink, so it was pretty fast. But I think around that time I normally take for inking things. So that's that. What else is there to be able to chat about? I know this is a bit of a longer video, but for some reason I just felt the need to not make this a speed drawing. I felt like the camera angles and such were so fun that I just wanted to put out there this drawing in real time, just to kind of show you guys my drawing process in real time. I was going to be doing these types of videos for Patreon when I first started my Patreon, have in real time videos exclusively for patrons, but my laptop or my computer at the time couldn't handle exporting such heavy videos, because a lot of my works were paintings, so they'd be like 2 to 5 hours long, and it's nearly impossible to export that on my computer for some reason. My laptop right now wouldn't be able to handle paintings, but this sketch being only about, I think it was a total of like 28 minutes. I did have to clip some parts just a little bit, but it was about 28 minutes to ink this piece. So that's pretty short time. It felt wrong to speed it up for the sake of that. So if you guys are into this in real time videos, let me know. I might just end up doing some YouTube videos where I do more drawing instead of a painting time lapse, because painting time lapses take a lot more space and time to be able to create. So if you have anything interesting that you think I should do to kind of show you, like maybe how to draw certain things. I did a few past videos of how I draw faces, my default faces as I like to call them, which are faces that I just draw from my imagination. There's no references or anything like that. They're very stylized because, you know, memories, your mind has holes into how anatomy is placed, and references kind of help fill in those holes so you can better understand the way something looks. So my default faces are they're not wonky, but they're definitely very stylized compared to what I like to be able to draw. But if you guys are interested in seeing an updated tutorial on how I draw faces, or how I draw lips, eyes, or anything along those lines, just let me know, and I'll definitely try and make a video on that in real time for you guys here on YouTube. And yeah, because I was gonna do it for Patreon, but it just ended up not working out the way I wanted it to, which is fine. It just means less. I have more time. I already feel like I don't have enough time, so that'll be good. Wow, it's the most busiest time of the year, and it just gets busier, but I'm lucky. I also want to thank you guys so much, because this week we actually reached 15,000 followers on Instagram. I don't know how that happened. I'm so thrown off by it, but like, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. What the heck? Literally a month, like last month, I hit 10K, and now I hit 15K so fast. And 15K was one of those moment goal things that I was shooting for, like 1K, 5K, 10K, 15K, 20K, and I just hit it abnormally fast. I was not expecting that at all. So thank you guys so much. If you are new to my works or new to this channel, I really appreciate your support through this whole year. I've had lots of ups and downs, and I've had kind of a rough year, I think, but a very fortunate year. I feel lots of great things happened this year as well. So, but with that said, this video is pretty much done, so I guess I'll just stop talking. I don't even know how I made it this far, chatting up so much. So thank you guys so much for tuning into this week's video. If you made it this far, let me know what your plans are for Halloween, if you are planning on celebrating Halloween. If not, tell me what you're planning on just doing for the 31st of October. I hope you guys have a beautiful day, stay safe, and stay hydrated. Love you guys so much, and thank you again for your support. If you aren't following me on Instagram, definitely hit up that for more works, or subscribe here for weekly videos. Bye bye!